Why, O Lord, hast thou retired afar off? Why dost thou slight us in our wants in the times of trouble? Whilst the wicked man is proud, the poor is set on fire. They are caught in the counsels which they devise. For the sinner is praised in the desires of his soul, and the unjust man is blessed. For the sinner hath provoked the Lord according to the multitude of his wrath. He will not see him. God is not before his eyes. His ways are filthy at all times. Thy judgments are removed from his sight. He shall rule over all his enemies. See, this is talking about the wicked man shall rule over his enemies. So think about it. It's the wicked that's ruling over the righteous or the right at the time. Okay, that because so it's like the barbarian ruling over um, anyone that he ransacked and took away their kingdoms, and the remnant of them are now his slaves or his servants, not slave servants. For he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved from generation to generation. See, and that's the attitude of the Republican Nazi fascist type of attitude they have. Like, what are you going to do about it? And shall be without sin. And what's the verse that every man is perfect in his own eyes? His mouth is full of cursing and of bitterness and of, what is that? Oh, deceit. Deceit. Under his tongues are labor and sorrow. He sits in ambush with the rich in private places, right, that he may kill the innocent. Sounds like body snatchers, organ snatching, and sex trafficking and things like that. Now, tell me if these next verses don't sound like some type of color of law codes, right? Uh, his eyes are upon the poor man. Imagine sitting there in a cop car waiting to watch see somebody mess up, right? He lieth in wait in secret like a lion in his den. Think about it. Just think about this, right? Think about somebody who has the power to watch over the poor and do these things. He lieth in ambush, huh? What is it called? Where the cop hides on off the side of the road and you can't see them, and they're not supposed to do that, but they do it anyways. That he may catch the poor man, to catch the poor while he draweth him to him. Hey, you come over here. No, I don't feel like it. Yeah, get over here. In his net, he will bring him down. He will crouch and fall when he shall have no power. I'm sorry, when he shall have power over the poor. I'm sorry, I get excited about it because to me, my mind's seeing stuff. Like I just, they come up to the door and then they start kicking it. Or don't they crouch down when they're making their way up to your door and stuff like that? And it might not be the police, but I'm saying that's what I imagine. When I'm reading that. For he hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hath turned away his face not to see to the end. Arise, O Lord God, let thy hand be exalted. Forget not the poor. Now that's weird because, all right, so I was thinking about, and I know I'm gonna mess this up because and someone has had to correct me in the comment section, was put that police fraternity that's in Pennsylvania where they have the 5-pointed star, the same that you'll see like in the was it in the Masonic temple, that's like the colors. What was it? It's either the Fraternal Order of Police or I believe it is, So I think I kept confusing it for another term, but and it said, these are cops who worship the five-pointed star. The five-pointed star, led him back to Lucifer and things like that. So let's just take PA for example. And I can put it. Look, I'll put a video in the description box when I find it, right? So where they explained in Utah and in one of the towns outside of Los Angeles, police departments were using taxpayers' dollars to fund speeches made to the police officers by white supremacists, um, uh, which they said that the supremacists felt that he found a root in the police officers, that the things he was expressing they agreed with. So they can't say that there's not those that walk around with that attitude. But this reminds me of that fraternal. I hope I'm saying it right. That fraternal order of police, the one that Kennedy said was so bad that he wanted to dismantle them. The one that when they hold their fundraisers in Tennessee, they said that there was Klans members in these police departments, according to the Wikipedia page. I know everyone can say, "Oh, Wikipedia, you can't trust it," but whatever. But if these officers are these ones with the like I said, that five-pointed star, the fraternal order, whatever, if they are worshiping Lucifer, then that would fit that kind of attitude that God has turned his face away. You know. Let's see here. Uh, therefore, hath the wicked provoked God, for he hath said in his heart, he will not require payment for what the wickedness that they're doing, because they don't believe that there is a God left, right? Um, then let's see. Thus seeth it, for thus consider labor and sorrow, that thou mayest deliver them into thy hands. To thee to thee is the poor man left. Thus wilt be a helper to the orphan. Let me read that again. Break thou the arm of the sinner and of the malignant. His sin shall be his sin shall be sought and shall not be found. The Lord shall reign to eternity, yea, for ever and ever. Ye Gentiles shall perish from his land. Now, these last few verses here, I want you to think about them in some of the legal terms and some of the legal stuff with the bond and things like that go on. I want to see if this stuff sounds familiar. The Lord hath heard the desire of the poor. Thy ear hath heard the preparation of thy heart, to judge for the fatherless and for the humble, that man may no more perish. That man may no more presume to magnify himself upon earth. Wow, I stumbled through that last one. But that's that man may no more presume to magnify himself upon earth. What does that mean? I'm not trying to be deep or anything like that. It's just curious the way it's written. What does it mean? Okay, so in the Lord I take refuge. Habakkuk 1:12 through 17. Until the end, a psalm to David. In the Lord I put my trust. Legalese, right? How then do you say to my soul, get thee away from hence to the mountain like a sparrow? For lo, the wicked have bent their bow. They have prepared their arrows in the, what is that, quiver, to shoot in the dark the upright of heart. Let's see here. For they have destroyed the things which thou hast made, but what has the just man done? Wow, stumbling through this one bad today, guys. The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes look upon the poor man. See, and with all this emphasis on the poor, I'm telling you, you can't be, you think about the position that the Ashkenaz is in. Banks, jewelry stores, things like that, um, he doesn't fit the description of the man that's poor, of God's people that he's looking over that are poor, right? What does the one in Revelation say? For I know the blaspheme of them that say they are Jews and are not. Uh, I can't remember the rest of the verse, but it had to do with like being poor, right? Um, his eyelids examine the sons of men. Let's see. The Lord trieth the just and the wicked, but he that loveth iniquity hateth his own soul. And that also, yeah, it reminds me of the movie Dragon's Curse. He shall rain snares upon sinners, fire and brimstone, and storms of winds shall be the portion of their cup. For the Lord is just, and hath loved justice. His countenance hath beheld righteousness. Help for the godly are no more until the end. For the octave, which we'll have to look at another translation to find out if it's a 10 string, it's a 6 string, or whatever stringed instrument, because I don't like how they do the octave. I want to know what stringed instrument you played on. A psalm for David. Save me, O Lord, for there is now no saint. Truths are decayed from among the children of men. They have spoken vain things, every one to his neighbor, with deceitful lips, and with a double heart have they spoken. May the Lord destroy all deceitful lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things. Who has said, we will magnify our tongues? Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? See, who your mind just goes, right? You've heard feminist groups say that this kind of talk, right? You've heard the Moors talk like this. You heard Egyptians talk like this. You've heard just different people speak like that. Let's see. By reason of the misery of the needy and the groans of the poor, now I will rise, saith the Lord. I will set him in safety. I will deal confidently in his regard. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried by the fire, purged from the earth, refined 7 times. Thou, O Lord, will preserve us and keep us from this generation forever. The wicked shall walk around about according to thy highness. Thou hast multiplied the children of men.